The moment you're able to garnish attention, whether it's paid or organic, is the moment you'll be able to understand why your business has so many bottlenecks. I just saw a crazy, ridiculous ad that got me so hyped, got me out of bed, and I'm like, I'm just gonna give it to them all. I'm just gonna drop all the fucking gems, right? So if you understand there's only two real reasons or two real ways of getting attention, you're either gonna have to pay for that shit or it's gonna be organic, right? You must understand people are constantly scrolling on their phone. And for that reason, you have to be able to get them to stop scrolling. But how are you going to do this? Well, you're simply just going to make shit that looks appealing, right? The same shit that you're garnished into is the same shit that you should be putting in front of people's faces in your local business. When I deal with tree contracting businesses, I specifically go in and make ads that stop people from scrolling. And that's how you get a 5x, an 8x, or a 7x ROAS on your ad spend, right? If someone on their page on Instagram is liking tits and ass, they're constantly, like, Instagram can pick up on those patterns. So they're constantly going to be liking tits and ass. Well, guess what's going to be popping up? Tits and ass. It's just as simple as that, right? So you need to get stuff that people are able to like, share, and possibly comment on when you're running your ads. But I understand you're on a tree. If you don't want to do this, well, then go ahead and just hire an agency. But an agency isn't going to give you everything to break that sales gap. Right? What is a sales gap? It's how you get leads. It's how your leads turn into appointments. And it's how those appointments turn into profits or cash collected, right? There's systems out there put in place to break down each one of these steps and make it much simpler, much easier. But if you don't understand what the game of friction versus desire is, then you won't get anywhere by yourself. You'll constantly keep outsourcing, you'll constantly keep failing, and you won't be meeting these goals, and you won't be meeting these goals that you're striving for in your own business, right? And this is very hyper specific. Like, you get really, really, really niche down. I specifically work with tree contracting businesses because that's just what I grew up around. They do construction, they're landscapers, some of them are arborists, right? That's just what I'm into. And now when you take that down, very hyper niched, every single business has desire and friction, or else it wouldn't fucking work. There's no real pitch to actually get around it. The customer's got to have desire, and you're gonna give friction. I mean, they're handing money over to you. There's no way you can't get around that. But how little can you keep that friction is what we want to get into, right? So lots of tree client businesses that I work with myself, they either have over deliverability but no marketing, or they have all the fucking marketing, all the media buying, but no deliverability. It's 2025, all right? Customer service is fucking expected. But what a lot of people are still fainted to is speed to lead. A lot of people still go on websites, still submit information, but if they're not followed up with within 5, 10, anything over 10 minutes, you've already lost a lot of your fucking chances. Up to 69% of people go to the next followed person after the first minute of waiting time. So if they're waiting for a message on your page that says contact form for you to reach out because you don't have someone there specifically to pick up that fucking phone and just text the customer back, then you're missing out on thousands of dollars, right? This gap is only gonna get bigger. The friction is only gonna get more piled on. The person has now had to wait to get a response. They still have to pay you. They still probably have to fill out some of their, questionnaires to make sure they qualify. So as landscapers and honestly people that strive to get long-term recurring revenue, you have to understand, get your friction points low, build that fucking desire. By desire, we mean media buy till you fucking die. All right? Keep on running more ads, keep on putting your product in front of your clients, and don't fucking give up, because Meta's algorithm changes every single week. So not only do you have to test more creatives, you have to test more people. Not everyone is on Facebook Monday through Friday. Some people's day off of work is on Wednesday. Some people's days off of work is on Sunday. You get what I'm trying to say? So you're constantly going to get work rolling in as long as you fucking keep running ads. I cannot emphasize this, right? I have tree service businesses coming to me. Oh, I have a list of leads, can I hand them to you and have your AI caller run through them? Yes, we'll run through 1,000 calls in a day, but after those 1,000 calls, then what? You have to run ads. You have to constantly keep pipeline driving to you. Referrals work great. A lot of our clients get work from referrals, and that's awesome. That's great. Commercial and residential are awesome for arborists and referrals because people constantly need trees cut down. People need landscaping. I mean, grass does not fucking stop growing. But if you're not following up with people over and over and over again, they're probably not gonna keep you in their mind. People have shit to do. So minimize that fucking friction gap, and then understand you need to have your prospects and your clients hands over knees for your offer. Create that desire, run that creative that just stops people from scrolling, and understand that people buy from people. Make them emotional, make them want to seem like they fucking need that tree cut down. I can't emphasize this enough. My team understands it fully and uses AI to dial it in. But as a landscaper or service owner, if you cannot media buy, there's no fucking problem. Get someone else to do it. There's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, you need to make money in your pocket, but it's 2025. Fucking leads are coming in through people doom scrolling on their phone. You need to get off your ass and just media buy as much as you can. And when you have pipeline, let an AI system that you build one time, I can't emphasize this enough, you build this system one time, and it will constantly pick up phone calls without a breath take. It will message people up. It will follow them onto systems that constantly keep them on a 30, 60, 90-day pattern. And if people are constantly being re-engaged like that, what's not to say you cannot slip in enough desire by constantly re-engaging to minimize that friction gap? There's no way you cannot do that. Why? Because other competitors are not doing it yet. You're so early to the game. It's a gem to find, right? And these are the 5 systems that I myself bring to contractors and bring to landscapers and arborists in all of the mid-Atlantic region. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to set a system up like this in 2025. There's no ifs, ands, or buts around it, right? You set it up one time, it generates you fucking profits every single month for the rest of your life. You could retire in your 40s, right? And this is still bringing you in deals and leads. Why? Because the re-engagement never stops. I cannot stress that enough, right? But how do you plug these in? Well, it's pretty fucking simple. Go get AI to build you an AI generated video that fucking converts. System 1, you're gonna go and get a prompt script from ChatGPT and plug it into ARCAD. With how advanced technology is up until this point, you can essentially just grab a video, generate it with AI to have a script over it, and just push people to your pipeline. Right? You have to get people to keep coming in through your door for you to constantly re-engage with them, for you to turn attention into money. Like, if you can do this with keeping your fucking cost per acquisition so low, you're going to be able to profit 7, 8, 10x ROAS. I cannot stress this enough. System 2 is lead scraping, right? Get an AI system built out for you to literally go on websites like Google Maps, Yellow Pages, Zillow, Realtor, Craigslist, Google Search, anywhere where information is public and people are constantly on there. For example, my tree service clients, we constantly search up commercial areas that have lots of logging around them so they can go in and offer, not cold call messaging, offer AI to lead scrape this information so you can call them with an AI caller. So now we're moving into system 3 of this system that brings you in 100, 200, even up to 300 extra $1,000 per year by simply just implementing it one time. Have an AI caller just off SynFlow call the client's phone number the second they walk through the door. You don't want to treat your client, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, customer service is expected in 2025 and you cannot negate it. You cannot. All right, it's already expected. So join in on the wave. Be the number one in your community that has speed to lead integrated and have it all done with something like SynFlow, right? Send people to your page, have them fill out information, and have that caller take that information and call them. You can do all this on autopilot, which brings us to why are you following up with these people so much? Well, listen, if every single person that walks through your door is 100% willing to buy, don't you think you wouldn't be on this video? Exactly. So because of that reason, you're going to have to follow these 3 main architects. People are either going to buy from you, they're going to wave goodbye, or they're going to die and fucking block your business. There's no real ifs, ands, or buts around it, okay? So if you're able to save information, re-engage with them on a nurture process. I mean, you could realistically send out 100 texts, 100 messages to someone with AI, but why would you do that? People have shit to do. Exactly. So do it in a step-by-step process. Follow up with them, warm them up 7 to 10 days, then 2 weeks, then 4 weeks, and at the end of the month, you have people constantly flowing in asking, hey, can you cut this tree down? Can you cut that tree down? Can you just finish up this lead? People are understanding that if they just sit on it and just think about what they're actually willing to do, they're 100% more likely to spend more money at an acquisition level that you're not even going to have to pay for, because you're just pulling out leads from your old bookkeeping accountant. You can bring in new leads through Facebook, like I mentioned. You can scrape some leads. You can do this all automated, and they're pulling in so much money for you because you've warmed them up. Essentially, you've followed up with them multiple times. They're okay with you. That's what I'm trying to get at. They're fine with you doing the service, but you have to reach out with them consistently, all right? And you're obviously, you don't want to be on the fucking phone, so get this system built out for you, this exact system that gives you that customer service where you have people coming in through your door, you have them immediately being followed up, you have them immediately being nurtured up until that appointment or that quote. Because if you want to do quotes, that's A-okay as well. You can quote these big 20, 30, 40,000 jobs, but even if they don't make it all the way down to write out that check for you, you have their phone number saved. You can use AI to automatically create text messages for you that you're going to be able to send out and persuade these people that you already given an offer to. They already know how much you're going to charge them. They already have your information. You have their information. You're simply just going to follow up with them for the next 7, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, however long they need. They just need more time to gather up more money and build more trust. And if you have a system like this that genuinely shows that you care about each customer, because like I said, customer service is expected in 2025. Speed to lead is always expected. Respect is earned. Don't get me wrong, right? If you don't want to take on a client, you're more than welcome to not take on that client, right? You can simply just take them out of the system that saves every single client in your whole life of being open in business. Now, if you have 10,000 clients that you need to integrate, that takes probably at a max, just a couple of days to integrate. But then when you have those 10,000 people that you can call up, AI is going to call up 50 concurrent calls, and every single call that comes in, if they don't pick up, you don't pay. But if they do pick up, that's pennies on the dollar you're converting, and you're going to get probably a 5,000x ROAS. If you spend $1 calling 100 people and that client books for 5,000, you're going to get a 5,000x ROAS because you spent $1 calling people and only one of them needed to pick up. That's how insane AI is. And in the end, you get 10x to 20x profit margins simply by being able to keep your customer in a loop that follows down over and over and over again. You have this client's information for you to constantly follow up with them. And as a bonus step, guys, keep something in your business that has the potential to live transfer calls, right? If someone wants to speak to the manager this moment, people do not want to wait to ring the phone. They would just rather have a click of a button, ring that phone. They're more likely to convert by 47% if they have the option to call right on a button than typing out the phone number. It's proven statistics, and at the end of the day, it's just more welcoming services that you can offer because customer service is expected. You have to understand that. You cannot get around that. Set up a system, set up a chatbot, set up a widget, it does not matter. Set up the caller, set it all up, because at the end of the day, you set it up once, and it constantly brings you in profits. That's exactly what I'm doing for tree service-based businesses in my area, in the whole entire Mid-Atlantic area. But if you'd like it as well, go ahead and just follow through the link in the description, because at the end of the day, you're going to need these exact same desires to scale, because this entire system runs on autopilot and allows you to do stuff like that. It allows you to get a bigger fleet. It allows you to save more money. It allows you to have a crew that has work for the next 4 to 6 months. I cannot stress this enough, guys. If you're not using AI systems in your business that you've set up once and constantly create your own personalized brand, then I don't know how much money you're missing out on. Could be thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions of dollars. But if 2, 4, 3, 6 months down the line, you're struggling to build clients and you constantly losing clients because they're just going to a service that they can just click a few buttons and they have someone show up, and that person is just their new lawn care guy, that person is just their go-to guy, then this is the exact reason and system why that is going to happen. You have to automate everything, and you have to understand speed to lead wins when your client acquisition costs are so high that you just can't keep up with the markets. You just can't. So set up a system like this one time where you can garner people's attention, whether it's free or paid, and keep an active pipeline that keeps you work for the next 6 to 8 months without ever having to pick up a phone call unless someone just backed up into the client's property or their car. Win the game of desire versus friction, automate this system, and you'll be just on your way to franchising 5 to 10 new areas. So as a strong call to the community, just take the time to click the link in the description. Take the time to take a step forward in your progress and your entrepreneur, or if you're currently stuck putting in 80, 100 hours because you have to pick up extra phone calls a week in your entrepreneurship, then just take the time to click the link in the description, book a complimentary call with my team and we'll build this system out for you so you can keep it for 3 months down the road. However long you want to keep it, it's yours. But if you'd like us to continuously consult with you, we're there to help you 100% of the way. Either one of these systems, right? If you'd like the whole entire system built out 1000%, we're there to help you out, because at the end of the day, if you can turn free attention into money, you'll never go hungry.